Right now, the final call is happening. God is calling people out of darkness, out of complacency, out of fear, but most Christians, they ignore it. And Satan loves that. He whispers the same lies over and over. You're not good enough. You don't know the Bible. Someone else will do it. And so the church stays silent while the world falls deeper into deception. But what if that's exactly how Satan plans to keep the truth from being shared? What if his greatest strategy is keeping you on the sidelines? Many Christians today are lukewarm. They hesitate. They doubt. They don't know how to share the gospel, or they think it's someone else's job. But the work of preparing people for Christ's return is the most sacred and solemn work we've been given. In fact, over a century ago, this was written: "New fields are open in which all can test their calling. If the truth we profess is of such infinite importance as to decide the destiny of souls, how careful should we be in its presentation?" This final call isn't just for pastors. It's for you. It's for every believer who knows the truth. The question is, are you willing to step forward? And here's another way Satan works. He keeps the church so focused on judging each other that they stop doing the work of God. That's why we're told, as long as the church acts as judges of one another, God cannot bless them. We must keep off the enemy's ground. He is the accuser of the brethren. Satan wants believers to argue, to criticize, to tear each other down. Because a divided church is a powerless church. Meanwhile, souls are slipping into eternity without ever hearing the truth. Satan has always worked the same way, by making believers feel unqualified, unworthy, and too divided to make a difference. Maybe you've heard these lies before. I'm not good enough. But God doesn't call the perfect, He calls the willing. I don't know the Bible well enough. But faith grows through obedience, not expertise. Someone else will do it. But what if God is calling you? I know what it's like to feel unqualified, to feel like no matter how much I try, I'll never be good enough. The thought creeps in, I don't know the Bible well enough. I'll leave the preaching to the Bible thumpers. I'll just stay quiet. And the church, instead of lifting people up, it often adds more pressure to be perfect, pressure to perform. But I was drowning under that weight. My heart was willing, but my flesh, it was exhausted. Angry, tired of trying and failing. And then, Satan took it a step further. Family support failed. Strife and confusion crept in where there should have been love and unity. Instead of grace, there was pressure. Instead of encouragement, there was judgment. I felt completely alone. And in the middle of it all, I cried out for help. Church couldn't help. Friends couldn't help. Nobody could help. I was done. But that's when God showed up. Not with condemnation. Not with shame, but with a promise. I'll be your father. I'll be your father. At first, I didn't get it. I thought surrender would be instant, but it took time. More time than I expected. It meant laying down my pride, my fear, my anger, again and again. But as I did, something changed. God wasn't asking for my perfection. He was asking for my heart. And then He did something unexpected. He gave me a new voice. A voice to say to the world, God's message of love. And that's why I'm here, this right now. Because someone out there needs to hear it. Someone needs to know that God is calling them too. Satan knows it. He's working overtime to keep you silent, to make you doubt, to make you hesitate. But what if this time you didn't listen to the lies? What if this time you answered the call? Jesus didn't say, go, only if you feel ready. He said, go, because He equips those He calls. The question is, will you step forward?